Stories in the dark woods of Ely, Minnesota.
Hi, my name's Ryan. I'm going to tell my story. My story is, yesterday we went dog sledding and we saw a moose, and Pa grabbed his 88mm rifle and shot him square in the nose, right there. So we had moose tonight, and it was pretty good. The coyotes were gnawing at the wood again, so we had to duct tape the kitchen. It was really cool. The coyotes almost bit Ben though. Yesterday, when we had the moose, it was great.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Taste of her Burt's Bees chapstick. Burt's Bees chapstick. Use it for the best kiss of your life, even if it's a girl or a boy. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm going to tell you my story. It's called The Ghost of the Gray Wolf. Okay, so here's how it starts. One night, I was sitting inside the cabin looking outside at the beautiful night and the northern lights. I thought it was such a beautiful night, I went to ask if I could go outside. So they decided to say yes. So I asked all of my cousins and they all said yes too. So we went outside. We heard a scream. Then all of a sudden we went back and found nothing but a body laying on the ground, dead. So we walked back to where we were and tell all the parents that someone's dead. They say, "Who is it?" And we say, I can't tell you that part right now. That's in the end. So we say blah blah blah. And then we go, and then they say, "Well, I don't think we can do much about that." So then we keep on going in our walk. So then we come across another scream, and then there's another body laying dead on the ground. So we go, "Oh my God." So then we go back, we tell the parents again, and they say, "Well, we can't do anything about that either." So we go back. This time we go farther into the woods. We don't hear a scream. We're like, "Oh, maybe it stopped." But then we hear a growling noise. We think it's some kind of moose or something, because they can get pretty noisy. But we see then just a ghost of a wolf. And we say, that's probably what did the killing. So he decides to attack us, and in the end, we had 3 people laying dead on the ground. So we say, now we're up to 5 people dead. We only have 2 people left. So then we go back to the cabin. We say, I don't think we should go walking anymore, because we saw this ghost. It was really, really strange. And we say, can we hire the SWAT team or something? And then they say, I don't think we can do much about a ghost, because wouldn't the bullets just go right through him? So we say, oh yeah, nothing can stop that then. So we say, but then how he could just go right through them. How did those people die? We don't know that. So they keep talking about ideas and stuff. And so finally, they figure out and say, oh wait, you know what? It wasn't the wolf. He was just a holographic projection by something that would scare us off, because maybe we're going into someone's property or something. And so he was the one that was shooting us with his gun instead of the wolf. The end.
My name's Tom. I enjoy spaghetti, and my favorite meat sauce is Auntie Kirsten's. Auntie Kirsten's is full of good meat. It goes great with spaghetti and bread. It's my favorite. Can't you tell?
My trip to Ely this year began the same as all the others. We drove all the way up to the cabin, and when we got there, we settled in, picked our beds, had dinner, and went to bed. And then, in the middle of the night, we all awoke to a voice, It was coming from downstairs, and it said, "Get out! Get out now!" We all went downstairs to see what it was, and we realized that it was the deer hanging above the fireplace. And it said, "This is my house, and you shall leave and never return. This shall always be my house." So we left the house, shocked and confused. And then, as we were walking down the road, we saw this guy, and we hitchhiked with him. He had one eye and one foot, and his name was Stumpy. And then in the car ride, Ryan asked, "Yo, Mr. Stumps, how do you get one eye?" And Mr. Stumpy replied, "Well, Pipsqueak, I was fishing one day with my bud," whose name was Bud, "and he was fishing, and he was about to cast his line, and he flung it all the way back, and the hook caught in my eye, and then he threw it out into the sea, taking my eye with it. And that's how I lost my eye." And the real lesson that is told in this story is that human eyes make great fish bait, because he caught a fish that was so huge. And that's the story. Then Ben asked, "Hey, fish bait, how'd you get one leg?" And Stumpy replied, "Well, I'm not going to say any more, but that I had a horrible can opener accident." "Oh," we all said. So when we got out of the car, we all lived happily ever after, except for the deer who still hangs above the fireplace, because he can't go anywhere, so his life is still pretty miserable. Done!
Once upon a time, there was two boys that weren't afraid of anything. One night, the door knocked, and there was no one there. Then the two boys looked in the window, and there was a head. And then they went outside, and they saw what they saw: a bear. The bear was frustrated because they shot him, and no matter what, he won't die. Then the boys went outside. They split it up in the forest. Then both got lost. And then they both met into each other. Then a bear came. Another bear. They were both friends. The other bear came. Then everything was back to normal. Then it all starts again. Then the earth dies. The end.
Has it been a while since you've been to the dentist? I wasn't happy with the appearance of my teeth, but Rosewood Dental brought my smile back and it didn't hurt a bit. My wife and I were a little afraid we couldn't afford the cost of dental work until we went to Rosewood Dental. We should have done it years ago. Rosewood Dental, featuring cosmetic dentistry, affordable monthly payments, and modern pain-reducing techniques. Rosewood Dental, Oak Park, Naperville, Highland Park in downtown Chicago, and now in Ely, Minnesota. Call today, 1-800-NEW-DENTIST.
I'm from Texas, and I brought my lizard, and then, well, I learned that it didn't like snow because it froze and died.
Ryan, you just froze your feet on a snowmobile ride today. What are you gonna do next?
Going to Disney World.
There once was a boy named Sue who lived in Ely at the zoo. As the light was dimming, the toilet paper was thinning, and he had to run to the bathroom to change the light bulb.
Hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm up here in Ely, Minnesota. I went snowmobiling today. I'd like to tell you that Rogers snowmobiles at Yatahay are the best. They are really fast, and you should try them. So call him at 1-800-YATA-HEY.
I have a funny story. So one day, me and Pa, we went sledding down the hill, and I saw this other boy, and we was gonna go sledding with him, but he didn't have a sled. So I lent him my sled, and we was gonna have a wall, and I took out my shotgun and shot his head off. Then me and Pa dragged his dead body back to the trailer out back, and we buried him, and it was all good.
Hi, it's Karin, and today we went snowmobiling. We had a really good time, but I had a little bit of an incident that happened. Kind of funny, whatever, I don't know. During our snowmobiling trip, it was me, Dave, Ryan, and we were going along, beautiful trail, and not a lot of other snowmobiles, which was nice. I don't think we passed anybody, and nobody came toward us or past us or anything, so it was really nice, really secluded, very peaceful. And we came to this hut, which was built by a family, and it's kept up. It's really nice. We got to the hut. It's a 3-sided type of hut. There are benches in the hut so you can sit down. There's a fire pit, and there's wood. They keep it stocked with wood so that if you want to have a fire, you can have a fire there. And they even had a pit toilet, which was nice because I had to go to the bathroom. So I looked in there, and there's even toilet paper. Couldn't believe it. Very nice. The plastic bag holding the toilet paper was frozen, but it was nice to have some toilet paper. So I decided I would use the facilities. So I went in, and I saw that the door didn't shut, but it's okay. You know, no one was around. We didn't meet anybody. It was fine. We hadn't seen any other people, so the door not shutting was not a problem. So I went in, took off my coat, took off my liner. Underneath my coat and my liner, I had a sweatshirt, so I took that off, and then took off my sweater because I had to get to my snow pants, which had straps. So I had to take the straps off, unzip the snow pants, pull them down, and then my jeans. Had to undo my jeans. So I went to the bathroom. I was kind of nervous because what if my sweaty skin stuck to the toilet seat? What would I do? How would I explain that? How would I get out of there? But I had to go, so too bad. I was doing my business, and all of a sudden heard some snowmobiles. I thought, oh my gosh, we have not seen anybody all day, and now there's snowmobiles coming along. I wondered, are they going to come from the left and see me? Are they going to come from the right and maybe not see me because the door was blocking from that distance, or what? And then the engines stopped, and I thought, oh no, they stopped. And there sounded like a lot of snowmobiles. So what am I going to do? Well, I pretty quickly jumped off that toilet seat, and no, I did not stick. Thank goodness. I had to very quickly get all my clothes back on. So what was that? That was my jeans. I got my jeans back up, zippered, buttoned, all that. Got my snow pants up, got the straps up, zipped up the snow pants, and that's no easy feat. And I put on my sweater, and then I put on my sweatshirt, and then I got my coat liner on, and then I got my coat on, zipped them all up, and as I came out of the bathroom, everyone was staring at me, and I felt like an idiot. They were all looking at me, and I just tried to play it nonchalant. So I walked over and thought, I'll wash my hands. Now, it's about 0 degrees out. I kind of had to wash my hands, so I grabbed some snow, rubbed my hands in the snow, melted it onto my hands, and rubbed my hands, and everything was good until I realized that the snow that I had picked up was yellow snow. I don't know if the people noticed that, but my hands were really cold after that, and we quickly got on our snowmobiles and took off and never saw those people again. Thank goodness. So that's my story. And what's this on my shoe? My boot. I got some toilet paper on my boot. Goodbye.
And now the newest crave coming out of Europe, hands. You can use them for eating, or pointing, or gesturing. Pick them up at your local morgue.
Okay, when you're out in the wilderness, you gotta remember to always bring water and enough warm clothes, because you never know what you might encounter. Now, I'm out here in the middle of the woods in Ely, Minnesota. And I don't have any food, I don't have any water, but the important thing is to remember that there's snow. Snow out here. You can always melt the snow and eat the snow, because you always need water. Make sure that it's white snow. It hasn't been peed on by the wolves. Oh my God, where are the wolves? They're here. You gotta watch out. And carry a knife with you, because I don't know. You never know what might be out here. Oh my God. You hear that? I hear a wolf. If I can catch the wolf, I know I'll be eating well for nights. Of course, the raw meat, I don't know. It might attract other wolves or bears even. Or moose, I don't know. Or maybe the rats. I don't know, insects, I don't know. The important thing is I have to find a place that I can bed down for the night, because I have to have a place to be warm for the night, stay away from the animals. And oh my God, somebody's coming. Hold on. Oh my God, I need some snow. I need to keep up my energy. I need energy so I can run. I'm gonna find a place to stay for tonight, okay? I'll be back. Okay, I found this cave. It's a really cool cave. Now, I don't know if this was used. Oh, there's a peek out. You see the hole? I can see out if any animals come in the night. But there's a cave. If it was used, I don't know. If it was used for the wolves. Oh my God. Okay. Well, all right, I'm in this cave for the night. I'm pretty sure I'll be safe. But if the wolves come back, or the bears, I don't know, maybe there's a bear. If it comes back, I don't know. I'll have to run. I'm gonna see if I can get some sleep. So, we'll see what the night brings. Okay. I've been sleeping for about 2 hours, and I hear something. It sounds like, I don't know, maybe fireworks. Maybe somebody's having a party. I think maybe they're lighting off fireworks, but I don't know where they are, and I don't know what kind of animals they have with them. So I'm gonna have to sneak out there and see what I can find. Oh God. Okay, I didn't realize how far this tunnel went, but I've been climbing for hours, and I gotta find out how to get out of here. Oh, all right, yeah, I'm here. I'm tired, I'm cold. My ride hasn't come yet because they pick me up when I have a cell signal. I don't think they're gonna come because there's no cell signal. But I found this cabin. I think I'm saved.
If you're into fashion, then come to Ely, Minnesota, where fashion is exuberant.
Alright, I think I'm good. I don't think he hears me. Okay. They came into the back door. Nobody knew they were there, but all of a sudden there were footsteps in the snow. Okay? There's nobody supposed to be in the woods. There's nobody supposed to be around here. It was just us. I came back from a walk and everyone's gone. All I see are tracks. The house is quiet and there's blood everywhere. And I don't know who these people are. But I'm going to tell you what. If this is the last thing you hear from me, understand that... Wait. Okay, I heard the door open. I heard the door open. I'm going to be here. I'm going to leave this tape here. Whoever finds this, do not let... Oh, no! Get out now!
soldier boy, painted all white, crank that whammy roll, white, crank that soldier boy, Superman that old gun. You crank that soldier boy, you crank that soldier boy, you crank that soldier boy, and you crank that soldier boy. You boy, painted all white, crank that whammy roll, white, crank that soldier boy, the Superman that old. You crank that soldier boy, that you crank that soldier boy, you crank that soldier boy, you crank that soldier boy. The boy had been it all while crank the mommy roll one. Oh.
Okay. It's on.
Hi. Is it time to talk? Hi, everybody. My name is Needle Strudelmeyer, and I want to tell you a story about my trip to Ely, Minnesota. Let me start with a awesome sledding hill at the golf course. Woo, was that fun? Sledding is so fun. And we go fast down the hill. Oh my gosh, was it cold though. We had to bundle up. Oh, and then today, can I have a piece of gum, please? Juicy fruit. That's scrumptious. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a story about today, snowmobiling. We went so fast and over these hills, up and down. Ooh, wow, was it fun? Anyway, we saw a grouse, a big grouse. If I kept going, we could have had grouse for dinner tonight. But no, we had to stop and take pictures. How's everybody doing? Anyway, I don't want to make it too long a story, so I just like coming to Ely and doing all the fun winter stuff. You know how it is, doing fun things in Ely, Minnesota. This is Needle Strudelmeyer signing out. Thank you. Goodbye.
Here to tell you that the best donuts in the world are right here in the Midwest, in northern Minnesota. How do you like your donuts? Cold, frosted with icing, under the stars? You name it, and Grandma Nancy will provide. Now, let's do donuts!
Once upon a time, there was a family of a lot of people, and they were going up to Minnesota. And then when they were going up there, they got in a car crash, and they got arrested because they were all blind, and they had to go to jail. And when they were in jail, they got attacked by these crazy people, and they were blind driving because Alex's dad told them that blind people could drive because they had Braille on the steering wheel. And so when they got out of jail 60 years later, they had to drive up again, but they gained their eyesight back. And they were up in Minnesota, and it was really, 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 really cold. And then they had to and then Kyle, Alex's cousin, went outside in a swimsuit, and he froze, so they had to put him in a hot tub to thaw him out. And then they cooked him too long, so he's medium rare. And then he needed cheese balls. Then after we cooked Kyle had a flashback, and he was thinking about when he lost his eyesight, and he was driving home from his business in California, and when he was going through the Rocky Mountains, he slid off the road, and then a pipe of acid spurted out and hit a window, which caused him to lose his eyesight.
Cat.
Then we're back at reality. Kyle went back to the hot tub because he froze again, and he met Michael Jackson, who was cooking, and then he melted into plastic, and so the only thing left was his nose, and then Kyle took it as a souvenir. And so then Ryan, Alex, Kevin, Katie, and Zip went snowboarding, and down on ice. And when they were there, a shark followed them and ate them both all up. And then the parents were wondering where they were, and Grandma was doing donuts on the ice. And then the shark came up, and it made him look dizzy, so he threw up Alex, Kyle, Kevin, Ryan, and Katie, and Zip. And then they were on the ice, and we all lived happily ever after.
So, we're traveling up north in a little car, kind of a compact, and it was a late evening, and the cars were coming at us with bright headlights. Some of them only had one light on. It was confusing and scary at the same time, because I soon thought that people were watching me and paying attention to what I was doing. I felt very trapped inside my small little car. I really, really wanted to get out as the trees were flying by and the bushes and the ground was coming closer to me. And I was getting very hungry as we were traveling along and thirsty, and the sweat was rolling down my left brow. And my eyes soon were engulfed with light from the oncoming car. And the sounds were beating, or were they my heartbeat? And I couldn't think of anything but where I was going. And how was I going to get there trapped inside my cage? And I thought, if I could only make it through, or roll down the window. So we were driving along, and we came upon a cross in the road. So we got out and prayed to Jesus. We decided that the best thing to do was continue on. And so we did, me, myself, and I. We drove farther and farther until we came to the deep woods, northern Minnesota, where the roads were getting more and more narrow. And there were less and less cars on the road and more pickup trucks. And we saw bears every now and again, just staring at us from the side of the road. And we saw the elk in our pictures of the magazines we were reading, but none in Minnesota. So we got to our destination and we knocked on the door, and the igloo door opened up, and out came two Eskimos, said we had gone a little bit too far. So we turned around, got very scared, and started to head home. Ran out of gas, sat there at the side of the road. All we had in our car was a bottle of vodka and no gas. Ran out, got the vodka and started drinking when a ranger came, a mounted cowboy from Canada. And he arrested us for drunk driving. I got thrown in my cage. Happy New Year.
When you're up in the boundary waters after a long day of paddling and you want a snack, have a doggy biscuit. You can even cook it at home. And you can have it for a bedtime snack.
Do you want any more?
No, thanks.
Did you hear about those two kids? He sent me the picture of them. Those two kids who were in that whole thing about kids disappearing. They're talking about people disappearing and they don't know why.
Really?
This kid, he's like 6. Disappeared. I don't mean like he ran away. He just disappeared. This kid's in a pretty good band. He's a good guitarist. Gone. He was actually in the middle of a concert. His guitar dropped right to the stage. He just vanished.
Wow.
It's really bizarre. What's so weird is when they first started, I was like, what's the story with people disappearing? Why are people running away? Why is it such a big epidemic now? And they're like, no, not running away. actually physically vanishing. Like you're sitting there and you're gone. You're talking to somebody and you're gone. Your clothes are gone, everything's gone, unless you're holding something. Like if I disappeared with this glass in my hand, it would shatter on the floor. That guy, that kid who's a rock star, he disappeared, his guitar just drops right to the stage. So, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I think it's all the new computer stuff and all the new fission, all that new energy stuff they're trying to do. And I think they're kind of screwing up the whole energy. Well, how they're trying to make something out of nothing with the energy, and they have these gigantic reactors and labs starting. I think it's a disaster. And as far as I'm concerned, the worst thing about it.
Rich? Rich! Oh my God!
Oh, I'm crying out, want me roll. I'm crying out, soldier boy, Superman at home. You crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy. You wipe it, oh, I'm crying out, want me roll. I'm crying out, soldier boy, the Superman at home. You crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy. You crying out, soldier boy, boy, baby, oh, I'm crying out, want me roll. I'm crying out, Superman at home. You crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy. The boy, baby, oh, I'm crying out, want me roll. I'm crying out, soldier, Superman at home. And it all while we crying out, while we roll, while we crying out, soldier boy, Superman at home. You crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, you crying. Oh, while we crying out, while we roll, while we crying out, soldier, Superman at home. You crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy, you crying out, soldier boy. Ooh. Over.